Thousands of people stand in front of mirrors every day, inspecting their shoulders and arms before looking at their backs. The question is always the same: why won't it grow? You perform the reps and endure the sweat, yet the wide, powerful silhouette seen on elite athletes remains unchanged. The problem often has nothing to do with your effort or your genetics. The real obstacle is your brain. It is programmed to conserve energy, and it is actively sabotaging your biomechanics to keep you safe. This illustrates a phenomenon known as the invisible thief. To elevate your body, your nervous system automatically seeks the path of least resistance. It redirects the workload away from the large, energy-hungry latissimus dorsi muscles and dumps the tension into the smaller, less efficient muscles of the biceps and forearms. Notice how the load distribution changes based on your mental intent. A beginner tries to pull their body up toward the bar, which triggers the elbows to bend. An advanced athlete ignores the bar and focuses on a single cue: drive your elbows toward the floor. This shift in intent forces the lats to take the primary load. Growth requires a conscious override of our nervous system's instinct for efficiency. You are forcing your body to abandon the easy path for the mechanically difficult one. Before you even bend your arms, the movement is won or lost at your shoulder blades. The scapula serves as the foundational anchor for every pulling movement in the upper body. Many lifters initiate their pull with shrugged, elevated shoulders. This is the mechanical equivalent of firing a cannon from a wobbly raft. The power generated leaks into the unstable platform before it reaches the bar. Watch the scapula in this skeletal model. In a proper pull-up, the shoulder blade slides down and lock firmly against the ribcage. This micro-movement creates a rigid platform, putting the lat muscles in a position of maximal mechanical leverage. Once that platform is set, momentum becomes the enemy. Swinging or kipping uses kinetic energy to bypass the hardest parts of the rep. It tricks you into believing you're stronger by moving faster, but the actual muscular tension disappears. A rigid scapular platform and the total elimination of momentum are necessary foundations. Without them, you cannot trigger the specific muscle fibers required for back growth. Most people focus entirely on the ascent, believing the upward pull is the only part of the rep that matters. You feel the most exertion while fighting gravity to reach the bar, so it seems like the primary source of progress. In reality, the descent is the primary driver of adaptation. A slow, controlled eccentric phase creates the highest levels of tension. This causes micro-tearing within the muscle fibers, the specific type of damage that signals the body to rebuild the tissue thicker and denser than before. As you enter deep fatigue, your brain acts as an evolutionary governor, sending premature pain signals down the spinal cord to stop you. But early strength gains come from thickening neural pathways, allowing more muscle to fire at once, silencing the safety warnings. Progress requires distinguishing between mechanical failure, where the muscle cannot move, and the deceptive signals your brain uses to keep you in your comfort zone. This neurological connection starts at your palms. Squeezing the bar with maximum force causes your forearms to fail prematurely, ending the set before your back has been fully stimulated. Instead of crushing the bar, treat your hands as hooks. This allows you to shift your focus away from your grip and back toward the intent of driving your elbows down. This is the mind-muscle connection in practice. Conscious visualization of the target muscle increases the electrical recruitment of those specific fibers. If you can see the lats contracting in your mind, your brain will prioritize them in the movement. Finally, your core and breath must act as a stabilizer. Holding your breath leads to rapid internal exhaustion, while a braced, pressurized core prevents energy from leaking through your midsection during the pull. By synchronizing your grip, your mental focus, and your breathing, you stop working as a collection of disjointed parts and become a highly calibrated pulling machine. Eventually, your body becomes so efficient at a standard pull-up that it stops seeing the exercise as a reason to grow. This plateau indicates that your nervous system has adapted to the stress and no longer finds the movement challenging enough to require more muscle. To restart the growth process, you must change your angles of attack. The back is a multi-layered web of muscle. By shifting your grip, you alter the leverage and force the nervous system to recruit different areas of that web. A wide grip places the highest leverage on the outer lats to prioritize width. Conversely, a close grip allows for a greater range of motion, pulling the elbows further back to target the musculature closer to the spine.
Reverse grips and neutral hammer grips place the wrists and elbows in more natural positions. This often allows for higher power output and provides a novel stimulus that forces the tissue to adapt to a new pattern of resistance. Growth is the result of constant challenge. You must prevent your body from ever becoming comfortable with a single angle of resistance. Your progress is defined by the final rep of a set. When your muscles begin to shake and your form starts to degrade, you are entering the zone where the brain's desire for comfort clashes with your desire for growth. You win that clash by following a strict execution framework: preparation, quality, control, progression, and finally, recovery. When you can no longer complete a full rep, you can use partial repetitions to extend the set. Even moving through a small portion of the range under control keeps the muscles under tension and forces deeper adaptation. Maintaining strict quality under extreme physical pressure marks the transition to physical mastery. Anyone can perform a perfect rep when they are fresh. The athlete maintains that integrity when the body is screaming to quit. Physical transformation happens through the quiet accumulation of highly intentional, consistent effort. There is no magic trick, only the mastery of these mechanics.